So you want to become an Airbnb Superhost? Well, as I've said before, you've come to the right place. So let's get down to it. This is part 4 of my 10-part Airbnb Superhost series. I'm Juls, I'm the Firefly. Welcome to my world. Secret number 1, identify your target market. This is really going to help you have the guests that you want to stay at your Airbnb. For me, I had a 1-bedroom apartment with a balcony. So I knew it wasn't going to suit families with children. And I also put that in my advert because I was conscious of people staying with children and the children getting out on the balcony. So I didn't want that. I knew that my apartment was going to be attractive to professionals because it was in the beating heart of the central business district. And I did get a lot of professional people staying in my apartment. I knew I was going to get lots of international travellers and couples and solo people travelling because my apartment was smack bang in the middle of the city and it was surrounded by the shopping district, sporting precincts, theatre, art, restaurants and transport to anywhere they needed to go. So I already knew who are the people that are going to want to stay at my apartment. Professionals, travellers, both domestic and international, couples, solo travellers. I had a lot of professionals and I had a lot of solo travellers come and stay. And I also got repeat business, which was a win-win. So it's really important for you to identify your target market. Now, if you have a house in a beachside suburb, your clientele might be families because families love to stay by the beach. Or if you have an Airbnb in Las Vegas, well, you're probably going to be more inclined to have people that are going to want to party and really have late nights and lots of fun. So your clientele is going to be slightly different to families. So if you can identify your target market, that is going to be huge in having the guests you want to stay at your Airbnb. And what else is really important is knowing your price point. Now for me, when I first started, I knew I had to start quite low in my affordability because I hadn't had anybody stay at my apartment. Yes, the photos were amazing. Yes, the advert was fabulous. But I wasn't tried and tested. I still had my training wheels on. So what I did, I looked at other Airbnb listings similar to mine and I thought, okay, what are they charging? So originally I charged about $120 a night. Now I got, from the first guest who stayed, I got absolutely an outstanding review, and I got outstanding reviews continuously. So I knew after a certain period of time, it wasn't long because I only needed a few reviews to then say, okay, I'm going to put my price up. I've got a winner on my hands, and I knew I could do that because I knew people would read those reviews and want to stay at my Airbnb. And guess what they did? I put my rate up to, wait for it, $200 a night. Hello? One might think, oh, that's pretty full on. No. I could price that because my Airbnb was worth it and I had the reviews to prove it. So what's really important is to know your price point. And don't be afraid if you have it at a lower price to begin with. Don't be afraid after a short period of time because you'll know. You'll see and you'll know, oh, this is working. People want to stay here. And believe me, when people look at those reviews, wow, 5-star, outstanding, gotta stay here, it's the best, rah. Juls is the best host. Everybody is going to want to come and stay at your apartment. So that, my friends, is the first secret. Identify your target market and know your price point. Secret number 2, what to do when things go wrong. And they will go wrong. I've been a Superhost for 6 years and things do go wrong. It's just life, it's just nature. But what do you do when that happens? You fix it. You fix it immediately. You don't go, oh, I'll get back to you, or oh, sorry, I'll get to that when you go. You go, okay, what do I need to do? How can I help? That's really important to let the guests know that you're on it and you are going to move heaven and earth to help them. What can I do to make it better? People just want to know that you are going to do something about it and not just bod them off till whenever. Now, years ago, I had a guest come to stay at the apartment. Now, before he arrived, I always go and check my apartment because I like to have a look at what's going on. I like to, you know, keep on top of things, keep my cleaners on their toes. But I just like to make sure that everything is perfect. Now, this one particular day, I'd gone in after Sharon, my cleaner, had been to the apartment. I noticed the towels, there were no towels on the bed. So I called her up and said, Sharon, what's going on? She said, oh yeah, don't worry, they're being dried and they'll be back into that position shortly. So I just thought, okay, no problem. The guest arrived that night and I get a call the next day. Hey Jules, where are the towels? And I've gone, oh no. I already knew that the cleaner had forgotten to put the towels back on the bed. So I said, I'm on it. I explained the situation. Honesty is the best policy. And I got onto Sharon. I said, immediately get those towels there. She's human. We're all human. So one of her cleaners forgot to put the towels back. Now. This guest, I thought, how am I going to make it better? So I said to him, because he said to me, I had to go out and buy a towel. I don't think so. So I said, okay, how much was that towel? I reimbursed him for the towel and I gave him some extra for the trouble. And I said, what else can I do to make this right? Now, he was just so appreciative that I moved heaven and earth to fix the situation. So everything was fine and I got a great review. And maybe you don't need to go to the extreme lengths that I do with my guests, but it is absolutely imperative. And if you want to be a superhost and retain superhost status, you need to act with immediacy when things go wrong and be honest with your guests. They will so appreciate it and they will just so appreciate that you cared. So my friends, secret number 2, what to do when things go wrong. Secret number 3, hire a good cleaner. Now, when I first started Airbnb, I wanted to clean my apartment myself, purely because I just wanted to get a feel of the apartment, the nooks and crannies, and how long it would really take to clean my apartment and do my laundry as well. So I did it all for the first month. Then I was like, okay, I'm done. I want to hire a cleaner. Now, I looked around because I knew that I needed to get a cleaner that was familiar with Airbnb, because Airbnb works a bit differently from having a cleaner at your home. Now, usually when you have a cleaner at home, they come at a precise time, say 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, once a week or once a fortnight. It doesn't work that way with Airbnb. Airbnb, you have guests coming nightly. Every second day, you might have a guest staying. You might have a 3-day check-in, check-out. It changes all the time. You might have someone come and stay for 2 weeks. What's imperative is that you get a cleaner who understands how Airbnb works. So there's an Airbnb community board, which originally I looked at that. Didn't really find anybody that really stood out for me. And in a course I did for Airbnb, when I first started out with Airbnb, the lady who took that course had Airbnbs. So her cleaner, she had a cleaner for Airbnbs, and she said, Jules, I've got the cleaner for you. So Sharon was referred to me, which was great. So I had a referral. I had someone who knew how Airbnb worked, and it was fantastic. She came over, it was a win-win. I also got Sharon to do the laundry because you don't want to have to get two people one doing the cleaning, one doing the laundry. It was just a one-stop shop. It's easy, you want easy. So that, my friend, is secret number 3, hire a good cleaner. So just to recap today, secret number 1, what is your target market and price your Airbnb accordingly. Secret number 2, what to do when things go wrong. And secret number 3, hire a good cleaner. If you have any questions or comments, please click on the link below. I love hearing your stories, so please share and click the link, and I'll meet you over for part 5 of my Airbnb Superhost series. I'm Jules, I'm the Firefly.